Dear students, good evening and a warm welcome to CSAT Made Easy 2025 series, where we discuss the most exam specific questions and concepts from the angle of your CSAT paper of 25 year. Today's topic would be equalities and inequalities. What do I mean by that? We shall understand that with our first example. This is a basic question, and as always, we will begin with a basic question and gradually rise up to exam level concepts. Look at the question. If A is not greater than B, that symbol says not greater than. Just like this means greater than, this means no, smaller than. This would be not greater than and this would be not smaller than. Okay. If A is not greater than B, then consider the following statements. A is less than B, A is equal to B, A is less than or equal to B. Which of the above is or are correct? Okay, which one would it be? It seems as though all of them are correct, right? However, only one of them is correct and the other two are wrong. This one, third one is correct and the other two are wrong. Why? Because there the question says that A is not greater than B. It means that A can be less than B, A can be equal to B, A can be anything except being greater than B. Yes. A can be less than B, or A can be equal to B, or A can be lesser than or equal to B. The first two statements, A less than B and A equal to B, they are possibilities, but they are not always true. What do I mean by that? Let's take this example. Let A be equal to 2 and B also be equal to 2. Okay. And 2 is not greater than 2, right? Yes, the condition satisfies. Is 2 less than 2? No. Is 2 equal to 2? Yes. So, in this example, taking both of them as 2, the first statement it failed, but the second statement passed. Okay. Let's try another values. Let's take the value of A as 1 and the value of B as 2. 1 is not greater than 2, right? Yes. Is 1 less than 2? No. Yes, sorry. Is 1 less than 2? Yes. Is 1 less than 2? Yes. Is 1 equal to 2? No. Here, statement 2 failed, but statement 1 passed. So statement 1 and statement 2, they are possibilities, but they are not always true. In specific conditions, they can be true, but they are not always true. However, look at the third statement. A is less than or equal to B. It is always true. In the first example, 2 is less than or equal to 2. Yes, because 2 is equal to 2. In the second example, A is less than or equal to 2. Yes, because A is less than 2. When you say A is less than or equal to, it is always true. Okay. You understood first concept, and our answer would be option C, 3 only. Okay. Let's look at another basic question and another basic concept. If A is less than or equal to B, consider the following statements. A is less than B or A is equal to B. Okay. Both of them seem to be true. However, both of them are wrong. Both of them are wrong. Why? Because it depends on what value you take for A and B. If you took 1 less than or equal to 2, 1 less than 2, it seems right, but 1 equal to 2, it seems wrong. If you took 2 and 2, 2 is less than or equal to 2. 2 is less than 2, it would be wrong. 2 equal to 2, it would be right. So, both statement 1 and statement 2, they would be conditionally true. They would not be always true. They would be only conditionally true in specific cases. So, when they say A is less than or equal to B, it doesn't imply A is less than B or A is equal to B. So, our answer would be neither 1 nor 2. Okay. Let's look at another basic question and another basic concept. If A is less than B, then consider the following statements. A is less than 2B or A is greater than 2B. By common sense, it seems as though statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is wrong. Yes, because if 1 is less than 2, then 1 would be less than 4, right? This is what we will think. However, both of the statements are wrong. I will tell you why. Why are both of them wrong? I will tell you why. We cannot assume that A and B both are positive, right? Minus 2 is less than minus 1. Yes. and is minus 2 less, here we took A's value to be minus 2 and B's value to be minus 1. Okay. Now, if A less than 2 is to be worked out, it would mean minus 2 less than minus 2, right? No, minus 2 is equal to minus 2. Minus 2 is not less than minus 2. So, if you took the negative values, our first case it would also be wrong. And if you take positive values, our second statement it would also be wrong. So, whenever you are comparing two quantities, two inequals, if A is less than B, you need to assume only that coefficient is true. I mean that if the statement says 2A is less than B, we cannot assume that 2A is less than 4B also. If the statement says 2A is less than B and the conclusion says is 2A less than 4B, we will not assume it. Why? Because whenever they give us some equality or inequality relation, it applies to that specific coefficient only. What do I mean by coefficient? These numbers 2, 3, 4, these are called coefficient. In the given condition, the coefficient of A and B are 1 and 1, 1A and 1B. 1A is less than B, okay. And if they ask us, so A is less than 2B, no. And if they ask us A is greater than 2B, no. They have given a statement only about A and B with coefficient 1 and 1. We cannot make any assumption of any other coefficient. You can outrightly reject them always, okay. So, if A is less than B, then A is less than 2B, no. A is greater than 2B, no. The answer would be neither 1 nor 2. Now, we will go to an actual question. If X means less than, the letter X, it denotes less than condition, okay. And Y means greater than, Y, the letter Y, it will denote greater than. Then they have given us statements. If A X B and B Y C, consider the following statements. A Y C, A X C. Okay. Now we need to convert these letters into our symbols. First we will write what means what for our reference. X means less than and Y means greater than. Then what are the statements given? The conditions that they have given are, one is A X B, that is A less than B, and the other is B Y C, that is B greater than C. And what are the options given us? The first one is A Y C, that is A greater than C, and the second one is A X C, that is A less than C. How do we do this? In the statements that they have given us, in the conditions that they have given us, the relation is between A and B and B and C. However, in the options that they have given us, the statements which we need to evaluate, their relation is between A and C both the times. So, first we will express the given conditions in ascending order. What do I mean by that? A is less than B, it is an ascending order, right? It means A is less than B. So, C is B is greater than C, we can write it as C is less than B. Yes. So, now we have reduced the given values to this value, okay. Okay. Now, let us try some values. Let B be equal to 3 and let A be equal to 1 and C be equal to 2. Okay. 1 is less than 3 and 2 is less than 3 and 1 is less than 2. Okay. This is A, this is B, this is C, this is B. Here 1 is less than 2, it means A minus A is less than C. However, we could have taken the other way also, right? What would it be? We could have taken C's value as 1 and B's value still as 3 and A's value as 2 and B's value as 3. In this condition, C would be less than A, right? Both are contradictory and both are possible. It means that both are conditionally true but not always true. So, we will reject both the statements. So, our answer would be neither 1 nor 2. Now, you are equipped with all the basic concepts. Now, we can go to an exam level questions directly. What is the question? If A means greater than, B means less than, C means not greater than, D means not less than and E means equal to, then consider the following statements. First, we will make a list of what letter means what, so that we can take the given statements correctly. What does A indicate? It means greater than. Okay. What does B indicate? It means less than. Okay. What does C indicate? C indicates not greater than. And from our previous learned concept, we know that not greater than, it is equivalent to lesser than or equal to. And what does D indicate? D indicates not less than. Not less than is equal to greater than or equal to. It is not greater than or it is not equal to. It is greater than or equal to. Okay. Then what does E indicate? E indicates equals. Now we have all the notations. Now we look at the statements. What does the first statement say? It says 2x b 3y. What is b? It is less than. Okay. And what is the other statement? It is 4y b z, that is less than z. And what is the condition that what is the condition that is to be evaluated? That is 8x b, that is less than 3z. We need to identify the given conditions. 2x less than 3y and 4y less than z, they are between x and y and z. However, the conclusion to be evaluated, it is in between x and z. So we will express x and z, both of them, in terms of y. How? We can evaluate these inequalities. These are called inequality relation. We can evaluate them because we can solve them or we can reduce them similarly to how we solve equations. In an equation, if 2x is equal to 3y, we would write 2 by 3x is equal to y, right? We could do this. Similarly, you can do the same operation for inequalities also. If 2x is less than 3y, then we can write 2 by 3x is less than y. Okay. This is one condition. And the other one is 4y is less than z, right? We can write it as y is less than 1 by 4 z. Okay, this is second one. Now, using the first and second relation, we can write this one, right? 2 by 3x is less than y, which is less than 1 by 4z. We can write this. Yes. So, it means that 2 by 3x is less than 1 by 4z. Yes, if A is less than B and B is less than C, then A is obviously less than C. Okay. Now, we will cross multiply. We will get 8x, that is, how do we get 8x? Like this. 2x into 4 is less than z into 3. That would be 8x less than 3z. Yes, we got this. And that is the conclusion that they are asking us to evaluate. So, statement 1 is right. 8x is less than 3z. Now, we will evaluate the second statement. How will we do that? We will just take down the given conditions and evaluate the conclusion. What does the second statement say? xc2y. xc2y. What is c? c is less than or equal to xc2y and yc2z. That is y is less than or equal to 2z. Okay. And what is the condition that they are asking us to evaluate? xa4z. X greater than 4z. This is what they are asking us to evaluate. Okay. Now, the conclusion, it is in terms of x and z. However, the statements given are they are in the terms of x and y and z. So, we will express y in terms of z and express y in terms of x. Okay. So, the first case, it would be 1 by 2x, which is less than or equal to y, and here there is nothing to do. It is ready already. Y is less than or equal to 2z. So, looking at this inequality and this inequality, both the relation, we can conclude this, right? 1 by 2x is less than or equal to y, which is less than or equal to 2z. So, we can then write if 1 by 2x is less than or equal to 2z. So, by multiplying 2 on the other side, x is less than or equal to 4z. So, we get the relation x is less than or equal to 4z. But what is the conclusion telling us? It is giving us the exact opposite of it. The conclusion that we can derive is x is less than or equal to 4z. However, the conclusion that the question is asking us is x is greater than 4z. Both are contradictory. So, statement 2 is wrong. So what will be our answer be? Our answer will be 1 only. Now it is time for your homework question. This question, it was asked in the 2024 paper. Read it. It is very similar to the previous problem that we solved, and all the concepts that you need to solve this, they have been discussed already in the previous examples. You may refer to them and you will be able to answer this one correctly. Okay. And now we will discuss the answer to the previous classes homework question. What was the question? It was basic arithmetic question, right? If P, Q, R and S are distinct single digit positive numbers, then what is the greatest value of P plus Q into R plus S? And I had given you a clue also. If you want the greatest value, we need to take the greatest single digit positive values for P, Q, R and S. What are the greatest single digit positive integers? That would be 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. And we will use them. But we do not know which one is which one. P, Q, R, S, they would be 6, 7, 8, 10, but we do not know which one is which one, and we will do some trial and error. First, we will try 6 plus 7 into 8 plus 9. What will be the value? This would be 13 into 17. What would 13 into 17 be? It would be 221. Okay, that option is there. It might be. We'll try other this one also combinations. We'll try 6 plus 8 into 7 plus 9. What will it be? This would be 14 into 16. What would 14 into 16 be? I think we need to do this. 14 into 16, that would be 28 into 8, 56 into 4, 112 into 2, and 224 into 1. So this would be 224. We have that option also. So which is greater than 221. And we have one more final combination to check. What is it? We need to check this one. 6 plus 9 into 7 plus 8. What will this be? This would be 15 into 15. What would 15 into 15 be? That is 15 square, and we know the value to be 225, which happens to be greater than the previous two values. And option is there. And that is our answer. We checked all the three combinations. There is no other combination to check. So our answer would be option B, 225. I hope that you understood the concept in this class and you enjoyed it. If you like our classes, do watch them regularly. We upload one episode every evening, and do share the YouTube link of this video on your WhatsApp groups and Telegram groups. Thank you, and most of all, happy studying.